Dr. Mamum, Habib, Professor, School of Business and Entrepreneurship, Independent University, Bangladesh, and Director Sir, Professor Dr. Vikas Nam, to come forward for the lamp lighting ceremony. I request Habib Sir and Eksaman also to join by All India Council for Technical Education, Ministry of HRD, Government of India for Technical Courses, and Bar Council of India for Law courses. These courses, namely MBA, MBA International Business, BBA LLB Integrated, BA LLB Integrated, and BBA. KIPS has been graded A by National Assessment and Accreditation Council in the second cycle. KIPS has been rated A+ by the State Fee Regulatory Committee or Fee Committee of Government of NCT of Delhi. KIPS has been rated highest grading A by the Joint Inspection Committee of Government of NCT of Delhi and Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University since 2013 till date. KIPS has been rated A by the Academic Audit Cell of Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University since 2011 till date. The institute has been ranked number 93 Pan-India by the Lal Street Investment Journal 2017. KIPS has also achieved a 4-star ranking in Institute Innovation Entrepreneurship Cell Ministry of Education Ranking 2021. Ranked as number 49 in the top 150 B schools in India, 34th in top 100 private institutes in India, and 19th in top 20 North B schools for its MBA program by the Times Business School Survey 2022. Also, KIPS has been rated as number 2 Pan-India for its BBA program by the Times Business Skills Survey in 2021, 2019 and 2018. Our Honorable Vice Chairman Sir Shri Anil Jindal was awarded with the ET Leadership Excellence Award 2023 in the Academic Excellence for Vidyaratan Educational Group by the Economic Times. Our Honorable Dean Ma'am Ms. Prachi Jindal received ET Excellence Award for Corporate Affairs in Higher Education for Vidyaratan International Business School by the Economic Times. As one of National Capital's leading business schools, KIPS brings together peoples, cultures and ideas for around the corner to change lives and to transform. The institute is an ideal setting for learning, a diverse community knit together by high standards of excellence, integrity, free expression and equality. The campus boasts state-of-art infrastructure, facilities and resources. Our 14th International Conference is on the theme Creating Agility in Business and Technology, Innovative Legal and Managerial Strategies. In an era defined by unprecedented advancement in technology and rapidly evolving global markets, the ability to adapt and thrive has become the hallmark of successful organizations. The International Conference on Creating Agility in Business and Technology is your gateway to unlocking the secrets of agility in the dynamic world of business and technology, with a special focus on groundbreaking, legal and managerial strategies. As we stand at the crossroads of innovation and transformation, this conference brings together leading experts, thought leaders, and industry pioneers from across the globe to explore the convergence of business acumen, technological evolution, and the legal and managerial frameworks that underpin success in the 21st century. Together, we will change, but also leverage it as a catalyst for growth and excellence. With a diverse array of sessions, interactive workshops, and networking opportunities, this conference promises to be a stimulating intellectual journey where you gain valuable insights into the cutting-edge practices, disruptive technologies, and the legal and managerial insights that will shape the future of your organization. So, I welcome you all for an engaging and enlightening experience at the International Conference on Creating Agility in Business and Technology, where you discover how to navigate the challenges of our dynamic world, harness innovation, and embrace agility to achieve success. Together, we will chart a path towards a brighter, more agile future for businesses and technology and explore the innovative legal and managerial strategies that will lead the way. On day 1 of our international conference, we have Human Resource Management, Finance and General Management tracks. On day 2, we have Law and Marketing tracks. Now I would like to invite Director Sir, Professor Dr. Vikas Nag for the welcome address.
Thank you. A very good morning to all of you. Distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, respected delegates, faculty members, participants, and my dear friend, Professor Dr. Mamum Habib. Welcome to this international conference titled Creating Agility in Business and Technology with reference to innovative, legal, and managerial strategies. A very warm welcome. The world we live in today is characterized by unprecedented changes, both in the business landscape and technological reality. The need for agility has never been more critical, and it is this imperative that has driven us to convene this significant conference. We are gathered here to explore, discuss, and deliberate on how organizations can navigate the complexities of modern business environment by fostering agility, particularly in the realms of legal and managerial strategies. In the pursuit of creating agility, we recognize the interconnected nature of legal and managerial frameworks. Our discussion over the next 2 days will delve into innovative strategies that can harmonize these critical facets, ensuring that businesses not only adapt but thrive in the face of challenges. We are privileged to have distinguished keynote speakers and experts from around the globe and inspire innovative thinking that will shape the future of business practices. I extend my sincere gratitude to our esteemed participants who have contributed valuable research and perspectives to make this conference a melting pot of ideas. Your presence enriches the discourse and adds depth to our exploration of agility in business. In today's dynamic and rapidly evolving business and technological landscape, several key agilities are crucial for organizations to thrive. These agilities encompass the ability to adapt, innovate, and respond effectively to changes and challenges. There are some essential agilities required in the current scenario. First, adaptability. The ability to swiftly adjust to changes in the market, technology, or the regulatory environment is essential. Organizations must be flexible and ready to pivot their strategies and operations. Second, technological agility. Embracing and integrating emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, and the Internet of Things is vital for staying competitive. Being agile in adopting and adapting to technological advancement is the key. Third, innovation. Continuous innovation is critical for maintaining a competitive edge. This involves fostering a culture that encourages creativity, experimentation, and ability to bring new ideas and products to the market. Fourth, digital transformation. The agility to undergo digital transformation is crucial for organizations to leverage digital technologies for improved efficiency, customer experience, and business processes. Fifth, organizations need to be agile in responding to customer needs and preferences. This includes gathering and analyzing customer feedback, adjusting products or services accordingly, and delivering an exceptional customer experience. Sixth, strategic success of this conference. Your commitment to academic excellence and event coordination is commendable. As the one picture before we open it and one after.
Professor Dr. Mamum Habib is a professor at the School of Business and Entrepreneurship, Independent University, Bangladesh. Dr. Habib is a visiting scientist at the Department of Industrial Engineering of University of Texas, Ali Professor at Unirazak, Malaysia, and UCSI, Malaysia, PUP, Philippines, Beijing Huzu University, China, and Universitas Ciputra, Indonesia. At present, he is supervising 12 PhD scholars locally and internationally. Sir has more than 22 years of experience in the field of teaching, training, workshop, consultancy, and research. Sir accomplished his PhD and MS with outstanding performance in computer and engineering management under the Graduate School of Business from the Assumption University, Thailand. His PhD research was in the field of supply chain management. Dr. Habib has published more than 230 research papers, including conference proceedings, short journal papers, journal articles, and books, amongst them 75 articles and Scopus indexed. Sir is the Editor-in-Chief in the International Journal of Supply Chain Management, UK, and International Supply Chain Technology Journal, USA. He serves as the Editor-in-Chief, Lead Guest Editor, Editorial Board Member for more than 60 journals. As a keynote speaker, Sir has delivered lectures in more than 85 international conferences at various countries, particularly USA, UK, Taiwan, China, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, Turkey, Korea, India, Philippines, Greece, Bulgaria, Australia, Italy, Nigeria, etc., and conducted more than 220 webinars, workshops, seminars, locally and internationally. Sir is also involved in grant research projects in the USA, Malaysia, Thailand, Bulgaria, European Union, India, and Bangladesh. Professor Habib is an active member of different professional organizations, including IEEE as a senior member, Chartered Fellow, FCILT, CILT International, UK, IEOM President, SCM Technical Division, BSPUA, IETI Senior Member and Board of Director, IRED Fellow, GRDS Vice President, just to name a few, and is involved with the QS World University Rankings and Times Higher Education Ranking as an academician. We are highly honored to have you amongst us today, sir. I request Director Sir to welcome our guest with a sapling.
I welcome you for this conference and thanks for being with us offline from all the way from Bangladesh. Thank you so much.
I request our guest, Professor Dr. Mamum Habib, to enlighten us with his words. Please, sir.
Okay, I'm thinking how I should start. Should I say that my keynote speak or I should say some things about the conference? So I'd like to spend a few minutes about the conference. So first of all, I'm so much honored and privileged to be here. I'd like to give a special thanks to the director of the Vidaran International Business School and definitely my good friend Professor Habib and all faculty members. I'm so much delighted to be a part of this conference, the keynote speaker. You know, when you're organizing an international conference, it's a very dedicated works to be involved. And it's a long time, tireless effort. And the disciplinary manner, you have to come with the time frame. So time frame is very important. And any international conference when you organize, we have two key points. One is the interaction between the academia and industry. And secondly, interaction with the local international scholars. By this international conference, maybe we get a new authors, we get a new researcher, we get a good coordination with international professors, international authors. At the same time, our PhD scholars and the master's level students, MBA students, even the UG students, undergraduate students, they can get some opportunity to publish their papers. And I personally always request to my UG students, you have to move forward to join the international conference. When you see that international, particularly our Asian topmost ranking countries like the Singapore, National University of Singapore, usually the undergraduate students, they are participating their paper in the international conference. So why not our students will present their paper in the international conference? This is the platform where we can do this one. So basically we can nurture our knowledge, we can share our views and thoughts with the scholars, this kind of international conference. So that's a very great privilege for you to organize this kind of international conference. So I'd like to go to my keynote speech today, and basically you already noticed the three A's, the business and technology. So I'd like to talk about this one, technology-driven agile supply chain management in the industry. Slide is there.
Yeah.
We have on technology-driven agile supply chain management industry, a business perspective. As we are the business student and business professor, so I'd like to talk about business perspective. If you look very carefully, I keep a few things here, like agile supply chain management. Our directors already mentioned about the agility, he already mentioned the supply chain. We are trying to cope up with the technology with this agile supply chain. You know that during the COVID time, we faced lots of issues. But then one key issue is that technology advancement. And today, even you can see the international conference, the technology advancement is there. So today our discussion will be this, that how we can contribute this technology in the agile supply chain management industry. Basically, if you look very carefully, our business strategies are key issues. Agile supply chain, technology-driven supply chain, green supply chain, environment-friendly supply chain, sustainable supply chain, recycling supply chain, reverse logistics supply chain, and finally the supply chain disruption. what we noticed during the pandemic time. So today we'd like to talk about this issue, and I'd like to request those are the fresh scholars, those are the going to start the research career. You have to check very carefully, maybe you can get some key points from there, then you can discuss with the other scholars as well. First of all, I'd like to start by the definition of the supply chain management. And before that, I'd like to show the very basic example. You just think, how can I apply the supply chain management in our regular activities? You see, we are noticing here, this is the one trade activity. That this is the activity you can see. And then you can see that's how we get the fresh vegetable, we can move, we can export to the UK and European Union. Then you can see we started from the farmer, the village area. Then we have to move to the different way. Then you have to use the different transportation. You have to think of the inventory, the warehouse. Finally, you have to go to the destination. Here we like to use the air, so we have to go to the airport, and there is some of the protocols or procedures you have to apply. So I would like to give our view about the supply chain management in the practically. This is another example. This is by the sea, export by the sea. Earlier on the export by the air. The same process you have to collect from the farmers, the village people, and then those vegetables will go to the process factory, and there's a warehouse management system, and then finally you have to go to the overseas by the sea. So if you look very carefully, we notice one supply chain here. So if you ask me what is supply chain, I like to say this way: it's one chain that will start from supplier and finish to the customer. Now this is our part as business students. We have to think how we manage this chain from supplier to customer. How we manage this chain from the raw materials to finished product. So when you think of the supply chain, you have to think of a few things: raw material, finished product, supplier, customer, flow of goods for manufacturing industry, flow of service for the service industry, flow of information, and flow of funds. I don't want to talk too much about supply chain definition because I believe that most of them are familiar with this one. We like to see that how in technology can apply the supply chain. This is a very basic one, basic supply chain for the manufacturing industry. And if you notice this one, then what is in here, raw materials come on supply and after the processing finished product given to the customer end. And then you have the flow of goods from supply to customer end, flow of information and flow of fund from supply to customer end. So basically, this few parts, manufacturer, distributor, retailer, it depends on the size of the business, size of the organization. So we can apply the supply chain in the manufacturing industry. At the same time, we can apply the supply chain in our service industry. It's a service industry supply chain management. If you look very carefully now, the question is there that how we can apply the supply chain management in the service industry. If you see this one, that the same things raw materials come from supply end, after the processing finished product delivered to the customer end, and then this is the flow of service, flow of information, flow of funds. But when you ask the difference between the manufacturing industry and service and supply chain management, the question will be there, the tangible, intangible. The question will be there, the final outcomes for the service industry supply chain and final outcomes for the manufacturing industry supply chain management. You know, in the service industry supply chain management, we have to think all the time how we can contribute to the society, how we can add the values to society. Consumer is treated as a society, the last customer, final customer. So those are the investors, those are the working in the service industry, the owner of the service industry, the main target how to contribute to the society. So the owner of this university or International Business School, their main target they like to add the values to society. They like to produce a quality graduates. The owner of the hospital, the main target how they can add the values to society. They provide them the better service. So now we understood that there is a basic difference manufacturing the supply chain and service in the supply chain management. And now this is the different applications where you can apply the supply chain management in the manufacturing industry as well as for the service industry. So I like to request the dear scholars, dear participants, now you have to think that how we can apply the supply chain in our regular activities like the manufacturing industry and service industry. You know, today you are sitting in a chair, so you can start to think the chair supply chain management. From where in the chair you can see the steel is there, the rod is there, the glue is there, the leather is there. You have to assemble and then you have to make sure that alignment. So everything is a part of the supply chain management. In front of you there is a drinking water, I noticed. So now you can start to think this water potable supply chain management. From where you are collecting this water, then you have to think the bottle size, and then you have to do the leveling, then you have to mention the date of the expiration and other things. Then you have to make sure that this is presentable. All of the part of the water potable supply chain management. So what I said that we can apply the supply chain management in any industry, whatever the manufacturing service industry. I'd like to show you at a glance a few more examples later on that you can see. When we like to design the supply chain management, we have to think of some few things like facilities and function activities. I believe you are also familiar with this one because it's a very popular concept, supply chain management. So I don't want to talk too much. These are some of the facilities when you design the supply chain management in any industry. These are some of the function activities when you like to design the supply chain management for the industry. So there is a very basic things we have to think in the supply chain management when we like to apply in any industry. Yeah, this is a evolution timeline of supply chain management. You know, the question is that why I like to choose the topic of the supply chain management. I like to apply the agile supply chain management. I like to apply the technology-driven supply chain management. The reason is that supply chain management is a new branch of management area. And I like to request as you as a business school student and business school faculty members and professors, you have to start to think how we can apply this new management part in our practical and regular field. And if you look very carefully, supply chain management started their journey in 1950s by the name of the logistic management. The 1950s by the name of the logistic management. Still, if you go to the different university, you can see the logistic management course. If you go to the industry, you can ask them what is supply chain, they will start from the logistic. They will start from the procurement, they will start from the inventory, they will talk about the purchasing, they will talk about the retailing, they will talk about the factories. But all of them are under the one umbrella, that is supply chain management. So that's why we like to focus that area, supply chain management. And you know that if you look very carefully, you can see this one, this 1950 is starting by the logistic management. And then officially supply chain management started their journey in 1980s. So this is the time that officially supply chain management they started their journey in supply chain management area. And then initially all supply chain management research was the materials flow of goods. And then supply chain management started for the manufacturing industry. And the supply chain management officially started their journey in the service industry in 1985. So if you ask me now the history of the supply chain management, 1980s to now 2024, around the 44 years. In fact, 44 years research is nothing. And we always, if you ask the marketing management, human resource management, they started their journey 200 years before. So supply chain management is new in our management area. So that's why we have to think about this, how we can apply. There's another milestone in supply chain management. Supply chain management in the education institutions. There's in 2007, there was one model developed by the Dr. Lau. But in this model, it's the City University of Hong Kong. That's his own general concept. And then in 2009, ITESC model was developed. Integrated tertiary education supply chain management model. This is a supply chain management model for the tertiary education institutions. That is one of the milestones of the service in supply chain management. So, what I said that if you look very carefully, supply chain management is different research in the manufacturing industry. You can see this is the supply chain management in the fishing industry, supply chain management in the textile industry, supply chain management, performance measurement, how to do this one. It's all of the example of the manufacturing industry. I don't want to discuss too much about this one, it's some of the models. And now if you come to supply chain management service industry, the tourism supply chain management. You can apply supply chain management in the tourism industry, tourism area. This is the tracking. There's no slide. Okay, no more. This is the supply chain management for the tertiary education institutions. This is the model name, Integrated Tertiary Educational Supply Chain Management Model. And this model is developed in 2009. And by this model, we can apply the educational supply chain management. So I don't talk too much, but it is the one thing that I like to share. We can apply the supply chain management in whatever the manufacturing service industry. That's why when you like to talk about the that agile supply chain management, as a leading the business, we have to start to think of the supply chain management first. Now, we have discussed about the supply chain management, the basic idea and application. Now, come to this on COVID-19 period. Do you know that in the research area, COVID-19 was another, I would say that the milestone that it can change the dimension of the research work. And earlier our supply chain management and after the COVID-19 supply chain management was different. If you remember that when they started the supply chain management discussion, I mentioned 1980s officially. And then our COVID when started 2020, that time we are familiar with one term, supply chain disruption, distorted supply chain. And I still recall that the White House, that time the President Donald Trump, he always used the term supply chain disruption. There was a briefing due to the COVID-19, and they always use the term that global supply chain disruption. So that is another key issues we have to think when you think of the agile supply chain management, agility in the business. If you look very carefully, that Apple's top 10 suppliers, like Ulstrom, which all are available in China. And then when the China was locked down, you understand that Apple production was locked down. And it was hampering the whole global business of the Apple. This is a very good example of the global supply chain management. I like to share another thing. Earlier we assumed the supply chain management centralized production. But due to the COVID, we understood it should be decentralized. Earlier, supply chain management was like what you call it, paper-based. During the COVID time, we understood the supply chain management should be paper-based. It should be technology-driven. So that our Abhijit Das, he is the CEO of the one company. He doesn't want to go to the office. He can stay in the home. He can use that user and password. He can use the tracking of inventory, tracking of purchasing. Our director, sir, suppose he is the chairman of the one industry. It is not necessary for him to go to the industry. We have to apply the technology so that he can track everything from there. So that is the one learning from our COVID time, that how we can apply the supply chain management based on technology. And if you ask me that again, the impact of the COVID-19 on the whole business, that another one is the fragility of our supply chain. Earlier we thought that we designed a very good management area, supply chain management. But then we understood because we could not make the good communication for supply to customer due to the disruption. So now we are thinking how to make sure that integrated information system. I like to give another example from you know that this is the example of the supply disruption. It is based on the 2020 based on in Bangladesh. And we notice that at a certain time, suddenly, that it happens in the Chittagong port in our Bangladesh, that amount of the import containers exceeded the port storage capacity. So it happens during the COVID time, because our port is not 100% digitalized. So there's another key issue is that when you talk about the responsive supply chain, it is a very important discussion is that we have to make sure the process has to manage it. And then this is the reason is that also the business particularly the corporate mentor in our country, they also mentioned that they are facing the disruption in 3 areas. One is that port, factory, and transportation. And now the next question that how we can solve this problem. As we have the business students, our main try to solve the issues. So that is the issue is that today your conference, the agility in the business, how we can make sure this one. So we'll give you the few recommendations later on, but before that I like to show the few more things. I like to share another example of the Samsung. You know, Samsung, the mother country is that South Korea, and it was locked down, and then they noticed that it is not the proper way to do the business. So now what is the next stage? The next stage is that they have now moved to the different countries. You know, Apple, they are planning to move, the company should be moving to the different countries. They are planning to move to Vietnam, India, and Mexico. So not only this country, they are looking at the different continents. So that one continent is locked down, no problem, and the continent will be okay, and then we can continue the business. So it should not be the centralized, it should be the decentralized. If the Samsung, they are also planning to move to the different countries like Vietnam and India. So that is the one learning, and it will be applicable maybe the next 10 years, 20 years will take, but it is happening. And now comes our next future. reshaping the future. What is our next level we should work? First of decentralization. And then we have to think about this one that bring the production home. So we can apply the automation, we can apply the small batch production. Rather than the macro production, we have to think of the micro production. And maybe we can think about like only one country based, or maybe we can think about in different part of the country. So sometimes it happens even in India. Suppose the Bangalore, there it was locked down, but in Delhi it was open. So now they couldn't communicate this one. So it happens in Malaysia, wants to enter the state. So this is another issue we have to think. Okay, we have to go to the global business, no doubt, but at the same time we have to think about the localization, how we maintain this one, but with this kind of disruption. And then what we said earlier that our target is the digitalization of the buyer-supplier relationship in order to ensure the robust supply chain. So the buyer-supplier relationship should be the digitalization. And how we can apply the technology, I discussed a little bit about this one later on. So we should think about how we can apply our advanced technology like artificial intelligence, machine learning, industrial revolution 4.0, industrial revolution 5.0. We have to think that how we can apply the IoT kind of things, blockchain, big data in our regular supply chain management. We should think about this one that how we create the smart, agile, industry-driven, resilient supply chain to manage ecosystems to build the global trade, so that we can face any kind of disruption in near future. So now one of the question is that how can I apply this technology in our supply chain management? Let's see. The impact of technology on our supply chain management. First of all, why we have to apply this one? First of all, our main target is that improve the supply chain communication. We should think about the greater efficiency in the supply chain process and more transparency in the supply chain visibility. Today, our directors already talk about these ethical issues. In order to manage the ethical issues, the first thing is the transparency. You have to make sure that the visibility of the whole supply chain. And that is the reason of what we say the flow of information from supply to customer end. If you look very carefully, we have to think about that how we can use the big data and the cloud-based artificial intelligence. The data will come the insights. So that is one of the issues. We have to do the more research work on that. How we can make sure that we have to make sure that agile supply chain, industry-driven supply chain. We should think about this one that the cloud computing coupled with the artificial intelligence transfer the how supply chain operates and reliability, only with the complexity of the next 10 years. Our target, the next 10 years, how to manage based on the artificial intelligence and cloud computing. We should think about this one that if we can apply the appropriately artificial intelligence, and then you can think about this one, the power in the process automation. We can think how can apply in our supply, visibility of supplier selection method. We should think about this one, the provide real-time information of nowadays. That 10 years before, 20 years before, it is not really our headache that how well is our shipment now. Now it's like to check. We need the GPS system so they can track this one, the vehicle tracking system. Where is our shipment now? So there will be no question for the driver. They will say that we are now on the way, but they stay in the home. So it is not possible to do this one in the near future. Our next target is that anticipating the trade operational issues. We have to anticipate, forecast what is coming. What I said that supply chain disruption given our lesson, we should think of the future business plan. We should think of the robotic process automation. If you go to the Walmart, if you go to the Tesco nowadays, you can see after the COVID time, now they are applying more automation in their everywhere the regular activities. So that is one of the learning for our lesson for us. We have to think how we can increase the efficiency and productivity, and at the same time we have to think about the employee safety. You remember the COVID time we faced these issues that they are facing that contamination with the other people due to the social distancing, the same factory that the funded employees are working. So now this is another issue you have to think all the time when we apply this robotics, this kind of machine, our target is that employee safety is there. We should think about the increased revenue by using the order fulfillment, the pricing strategy. Our target is automation. So even likely increase the price, but there should be some sort of methodology how we can increase the price based on the automation process. We have to think of the IoT, Internet of Things. I believe that we are very familiar with this kind of activities, but now it's our target, we have to work on that. If you look at, we mentioned here that it's our non-support managers, they have asset tracking through the IoT. Our target that asset tracking is very important. Otherwise, how we can think about the expenses and income as well. And we have to think about this on the cloud-based software we can apply. So that interconnecting the physical devices, we can now digitalize from the different places. Suppose that you are in the USA and your factory in the India is not the matter, you can track and get the idea. And finally, you have to think, what I said earlier, that how we can apply the IoT device and quality management by particular vehicle tracking system, GPS system, we have to think. And everywhere you have to come to the decision that environment friendly. And that is the most important thing is that because we have to do the sustainable supply chain management. So that is some of the parameters I discussed regarding the technology driven how we apply in our business field. So I like to go back to our first, second slide where I mentioned about this one. That we have to think of the key issues in the business strategy. So some of the strategy discussed today. Yeah. So now from the point is that you are the business manager. How can you apply this one? So you first target the agile supply chain, responsive supply chain. Responsive supply chain means you have to do the quality, you have to do the highly responsiveness, on time service. At the same time, you have to do the price will be high, but better service will create these pricing issues later on that they should not think about the price. So this is our one of the key points. And we also discussed about the technology-driven supply chain management, you notice. We also talk about the environment friendly. Whatever you do, now you have to think of the green supply chain. You have to think about the environment friendly. That's why you have to think of the reuse, recycle everywhere. When you think the environment, you are talking about the sustainable supply chain. We are thinking about the recycling supply chain, all other part of this one. Even nowadays, we are also thinking the reverse supply chain, backward supply chain. The reason is that we have to ensure the sustainable supply chain, reuse, reuse, recycle. And finally, what I said earlier, some of the disruption. We faced due to the COVID-19, who knows, we can again face this after 100 years. So now let's make a plan how we can resolve this kind of disruption in the future. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. So now floor is open for you. If you have any question, you can feel free to ask me. Please, Professor.
So, is there any role of machine learning in the system?
Definitely, definitely. You know that all the algorithm and all the software based on the machine learning, so you have to use this one. So this is a bit more technological discussion we did not share.
But you are using a lot of technical things, and that's what I inspired me that I should also ask this one.
Yes, yes. We have to apply this one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, spoke about the ports in Bangladesh. Okay, during the COVID time, which were the ships were not moving, they were shut down. And my question today is like, are we using anything with respect to supply chain management where IoT and artificial intelligence are being used there? At present, is there any process or procedure that has been followed?
Thank you so much. Nowadays we are working, you know, in Bangladesh there was a, after the COVID time, the government they formed national logistic strategy. So now we are forming this one, and that time there is one of the issues that port management, digital port management system. So we have to incorporate the IoT, we have to incorporate this and kind of the artificial intelligence. But you know that when any country like Bangladesh, India to start the new process, it will take time. And that's why we said that it will take the next 10 years to come that level. But this is our destination.
Because the Middle East, today if we talk about Middle East they are using these kind of technologies. Where if I talk about telecom sites, because that's what I'll be talking about. And if we talk about telecom sites and in the remote places, there's continuous, because for this what we need is we need power generation and all this continuous has to be there. So IoT and artificial intelligence are being used in this kind of techniques.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Even if you come to the Bangladesh, even the rural area now, they are applying this one.
Right.
So we are improving, but you know that when it comes to 100% digitalized, it will take time. But there's one thing I'd like to mention. We are talking about the Industrial Revolution 5.0. I'm talking about the 5.0, not 4.0. 4.0, we are familiar. There we mentioned one thing is that we are our target the machine application of machine, but we cannot ignore the human. Human must be there behind the machine. So we have to go to that level, technology driven, but at the same time we have to ensure that human touch must be there. So that is the one combination you have to do in our next level. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Very good question. Any other question, please? I'm so happy that when I talk with the Indian people, I always met all over the world that even if I go to any conference, that if the Indian participants, they love to ask a question. And that knowledge level, you could imagine. When you see them, you could understand it. But when you talk with them, you understand the knowledge different. So I'm so happy that I'm now in Delhi and I'm in this university due to the professor invited me. So I'd like to request, if you have any question, particularly the student level, you can feel free to ask me. Any question on the student? I know that most of them are your presenter. So presenter, do you have any question about today's discussion? I'm honored to deliver my reply. If you have any question, to ask me a question. No question? So if you have no more question, I'd like to remind you again, my email address is there. So if you have any question in your future, particularly the supply chain management area, logistic management areas, understand now supply chain is a very big issue on the supply to customer. So if you have any question regarding the business related issue, you can send the email. You just mention that institution name, then in the subject, then you will get the reply within 24 hours from my side. Okay? So feel free to ask me if any further email you can send to me. And my friend Professor Das is there, Vijay Das is there. And we have also the plan to go on international conference in our coming May. So hopefully we'll again meet. We'll also do some collaborative works with the Vikarand International Business School. So hope to see you again. Thank you so much.
Vast knowledge of yours with us. Now I request Director Sir to present a memento to our guest as a token of respect and gratitude.
Thank you so much for delivering the keynote address.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Professor Dr. Abhijit Das sir to present the vote of thanks.
A very warm welcome, although it's not really warm. So, a very warm welcome to all the participants, keynote speaker, Professor Mamum, Director Sir, all faculty members. I would like to take this opportunity to present the vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to thank management, the chairman of the institute, Shri R. Jindal, and the Vice Chairman, Mr. Anirudh Jindal, and they have been instrumental in this effort, and they have always encouraged us to organize such programs and provide all kinds of support for the success of this program. I would like to thank Professor Mamum Habib, who came all the way from Bangladesh, and despite a lot of problems, flight delays, he was able to make it on time. And he's a wonderful speaker, a globe-trotting speaker. He's been around on different parts of the world, and it's a pleasure that he was able to spare time out of his very busy schedule to deliver the keynote address here. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Next, I would like to thank our director, Professor Dr. Vikas Nath. Now, sir has been helping us at each and every stage, although it was for us to organize the program, but we found him more like a colleague and not really a director. He was himself involved in organizing several activities, several small aspects, and several large matters. And without his guidance, I don't think it would have been possible for us to organize this program. So thank you very much, sir. I would also like to thank all the conveners of the program who worked tirelessly day and night for the last few weeks in making this program a success. So I would like to thank Ekta ma'am, Professor B.K. Yadav, and Nidhi Sharma ma'am. And I would also like to thank all the staff members, all faculty members, all technical staff who have helped in making this program a success. And I'm sure even further on, the next few technical sessions, and tomorrow also the program is going to be very successful. Thank you very much.
Muskan madam, we will also like to have a group photograph, so to make an announcement.
Thank you, sir. With this, we come to the end of the inaugural ceremony. Thank you all. Have a great day. We would like to have a group photograph with the guests. Please, I request everyone to come forward.
Your call, you can stand.
Sir,